Hey guys, it's Runt with you. We're going to be doing another episode of Euro Truck Simulator 2. To start with, we don't own our own truck because of a computer crash that I had. So we're still driving for somebody else, but maybe at the end of this episode we'll have enough scratch on hand where we can actually buy our own truck and get it set up and see how things go. So let's see what this email says real quick. It says brand new Scania trucks for sale. That's great, but we're broke. So what we've got to do from here is take a job off of the market and drive for whoever happens to need us somewhere. So the last time we were in Calais, so we're going to pretend that that's where we are right now, and we're going to go price per distance and see what we can pull together. So it looks like we've got that's three, and to Southampton. We'll go back to London because I have a feeling that's where we'll be buying a truck, and we're driving a Mercedes this time. It's a Mercedes New Actros Gigaspace, huh? Alrighty. I guess that's a lot of space. So anyway, we'll go ahead and take that job. We'll get in the truck and make sure that everything's set up and ready to go. So here we go, cranking it up. And the squirrel has made it, I think. All right, there we are. So we're in a left-hand drive truck. So this is a little bit of a change for us. And we're going to go ahead and set our view up and go in and do some mirror adjustment. So let's see, the driver's there. Fantastic. Let's see the front mirror. Let's see if we can change that one. I think that one's good. Side mirror, don't need it so much. That one, we'll pull him up a little bit to where we can see on down the side of the truck. And being as we're over here, we'll do that small mirror too. So we'll push him out. And then we'll come back over here and do the small mirror over here. So I can see the trailer. I can see all that. We're going to pull our view back some. And I'm happy with the way those mirrors are set up. And it looks like we are ready to go. So what I'm going to do is make this as small as I can, get those off of here for right now, and we're going to fire this truck up. Alrighty, first gear, second gear, third gear, 4, 5, and 6, both are able to be split, and reverse is there. So fantastic. It looks like we are ready to pull out and get on the way. So I'm going to go ahead and kick on some lights. And if I'm not mistaken, we are in France. So we need to be on the right-hand side of the road. Yep. That stop sign looks oddly American. Alrighty. Looks like everything's happy there. Don't cut that corner too sharp. And get on the road on the way back to London so we can buy a truck. Maybe. Alrighty. And of course, stoplight. Story of my life. Matter of fact, I'm recording this shortly after I did the recording for my Fernbus episode that came out yesterday. And, stoplights in that game are brutal. Alrighty, so let's see if we can figure out this roundabout from this perspective. Nobody's coming from the left. Alrighty. And we need to be coming out right here. Awesome. We made it. So it looks like we're in about the right gear. We're hauling a big old tank. I think one of the times... Oh, there's a male. One of the times I was actually playing this game with Shock, he actually was hauling this load or something similar to it, and he called it Fat Man, which, if you don't know and aren't familiar with, was the name of the nuclear bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima, Japan, in 1945 at the end of World War II. And if you haven't picked up on it, I actually brought up in my Fernbus episode yesterday, and if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It's moderately entertaining. Mainly it's just laughing at the AI, but I brought up in that episode that there's a reason why I'm bringing up these World War II era stuffs, Germany references and stuff like that, because there's going to be a new series coming out on my channel. If you see me on Discord, you've already probably seen the game, but I'm not going to give a whole lot of information about it right yet, for the simple fact that I'm waiting for people to guess, A, and B, I'm having fun kind of dropping hints. It is going to be a driving game, but it's not on land. But it is set in 1939 Europe to start with. Matter of fact, specifically, you start the game on August 31st of 1939. So if you're not familiar with that date, look it up, and you'll be amazed by what I have in store for you guys. So, now, that series is not going to be a full-blown weekly series. There's just no way that I can record enough footage in that game, because you play it, it's a very methodical, very realistic simulation game. So, best case scenario would be that it comes out every 2 weeks, maybe. Worst case scenario, there's going to be basically a monthly update on that part of my persona's perspective of life. So be ready and be on the lookout. I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun to play for me, because I'm a novice history nerd, as well as very novice at the mechanics of all things involved. It's a complete departure from what I'm actually used to ever having done. So alrighty, we're up at the top of the hill. Let's make sure nobody's coming. Oh, rolling back. Oh, this could take a minute. This absolutely could take a minute. All right. Hopefully that guy back there, ooh, barely missed him. Here we are. Trying not to speed through town here. We're in Dover, trying to get out of Dover and go on to London. Hopefully at the end of this run we've got enough cash on hand, like I said, that we can buy our own truck. I'm probably not really where I need to be, but that car back there is just not gonna let me over, I think. And this, I want to say Audi in front of me, maybe Aston in front of me, one of the two, is just not gonna be nice. Alrighty. Now it doesn't matter, I don't need that. Alrighty. Let's get her up to 50 miles an hour and call it good. What do you say? Well, 80 kilometers an hour. That's right on the money. 50 miles an hour. But we're going to go ahead and set the cruise, I think. There we are. Got the cruise set at 50. We're in 12th gear and on down the road we go. But no, I am really looking forward to the series I was talking about. No, I haven't forgot about the other series. I'm still working on it. I know I'm kind of keeping some stuff close to my chest, but it's going to be a way for me to get even more stuff out on my channel. Matter of fact, in my live stream I did last Saturday, I had people ask me if I was going to still do 5 Reborn stuff. And matter of fact, just today I was talking to Black Hollow and Manly, as well as a couple other people, about what we're planning on doing with it, when we would like to do it, and so forth. So the planning is there. It's just trying to get everybody's schedules to mesh, because it takes a lot out of you to do that stuff and get it set up in any type of format, whether it be live streaming or recording it to go back and edit later. It's not like sitting down and just firing it up. You've got to come up with the ideas for the calls and stuff like that, and you don't really want to have the stuff practiced, because then it gets boring. Even for us, too much of it is scripted, and that's not where we're wanting to go with it. It's not a scripted series. Everything you see on a 5 Reborn video is absolutely, for the most part, thought of on the spot, absolutely 100%. It's like the video where Manly recorded my run from his perspective. And, the guy that was in the medical field. Absolutely not scripted. Manly has heard me told that joke. Manly has heard me tell the joke a couple times, actually, to different groups that I'm part of here and there. And it was hilarious. And soon as he heard me start that, it was real hard for him to keep a straight face. Oh, just caught the sign. Really hard for him to keep a straight face during that exchange that we had. It was real hard for me to keep a straight face. Oh, this guy. Buddy, come on, be nice. But anyhow, let's go ahead and get back up to 50 miles an hour. Oh, 60. So that's going to be, I don't know. Let's see, 50 miles an hour is 80 kilometers. It's another 10 miles an hour over the top of that. 25 is 40. So 20, so 100 kilometers an hour-ish. A little less, it seems. And I'm not even in my lane. Wow. I asked a question yesterday on my Fernbus video, which, like I said, was recorded right before this. Would you ride with me on a Fernbus? I wouldn't. I wouldn't ride with me in a semi-truck like this. I'm just not as familiar with the size of it as I want to be, or as that's needed to control a piece of machinery this size. So It is getting close to night. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the headlights. We're going to... This thing's got cruise control for a reason. I might as well use it. Anyhow, let's see. Get around this corner, maybe get a good action shot of the truck going by. Maybe. Yeah, we can do it. We got plenty of time. Well, there it is. That's our truck. And I can't keep it in the lane, so I'll go ahead and get out of that view. And it looks like I need to be over, so I'm going to go ahead and start my move. There we go. We're 63 miles from where we need to do. Yeah. Oh, crapola. Oh, these stripes are killing me here. Alrighty. Let's see. Sorry about that. I had to focus on the curve and the gears. And then getting over. Alrighty. I'm about 55 miles to go to London. Wherever this thing has to go. Alrighty. Now, one thing I'll have to say is, yeah, my hard drive went down, and yeah, I'm having to rebuild everything, but I will say that all of the games that I've played seem to perform much better than they did pre-hard drive meltdown. I don't think it has anything to do with the hard drive itself. What I think it is I'm a gamer. I have games on my computer, I install and uninstall stuff, and I think it just really took a toll. I had a bunch of stuff maybe running that I didn't know was running, that kind of thing. I maybe picked up a cootie off the internet, whatever, but I think things are handling much better. Frames are a lot more stable. The game is a lot more stable. Every game that I play, and I've even picked up more games. So I have another series. It may turn into a series. It may not turn into a series. It may be just kind of my first attempt at it as kind of a parody of a simulator. But we'll see how it goes. I may not even do anything with it. I may just use it to mess around with. Black Hollow and Manly also actually talked me into getting Papers, Please. The night I got it, I spent 4 hours playing it, and then I sat back scratching my head saying, this is like worse than 8-bit graphics. This reminds me of the original like Super VGA graphics that computers used to have on the old CRT monitors that I grew up with. Matter of fact, I've actually got a couple of things from Good Old Games that I've kind of had on the shelf on that from that website for a few years now. I got them for myself for Christmas as kind of nostalgia. One of them being Wing Commander. I've been a fan of that game since its inception, when Origin basically broke the mold with it. I think it would... Dang it. We need all the money we can get, and that's not helping. But back to Origin. playing that game in a series. The game that really got me cranked up and wrapped around the axle about games. I mean, I can't count how many hours I have playing that game as a kid with my friend. My friend Chris would come over, and we would sit down and we would pretend that we were on the Tiger's Claw and the whole 9 yards, and we're battling the Kilrathi and everything. I've read the books, the whole 9 yards, all the characters. I almost felt like you knew them. And as the series progressed, when Iceman goes down and stuff like that, you're just like, oh wow, that dude was, he was immortal. How did he die? And trying to bring that game back. Even Wing Commander 4, I think it is, or Wing Commander 3. Those games that are newer, graphically oriented. But anyway, those games, like I said, it's another idea that just popped into my head while I was recording this. I've got that game on the shelf. Granted, I've got to use DOSBox and get it going and, all that emulator stuff up and running. So let's go ahead and kick these mirrors on so you guys can see them. And get this trailer backed in. Alrighty. So there it is. Oh, over some. Need to be over some. Oh, I missed that mark big time. Alrighty, let's see if we can get it this time. So, there we go. Oh. You can do it. A little truck that could. There we go. And now we'll pull forward a little bit. And there she is. So let's go ahead and shut those mirrors off, and we're going to pop out of the truck for a second, and we're going to take a look at her in all of her glory right there. And there we go. So it looks like we're good. And drop the trailer and see. So we drove 144 miles, took us 4 hours and 46 minutes. We've gone up to level 2. So let's see what we've got here. The first one we put in was there. We're looking for the, I want to say 22%. There we go, fragile cargo. And we'll put that in there. We've got 2 emails. Let's check them out. Drivers with their own equipment. Yeah. And need money, we can help. And let's go ahead and go check out the bank. They're saying that they can give us 80,000 pounds. We've got 7,000. We're in London anyway. So let's see how much a Scania costs real quick. So let's get a truck dealer here. The only one we have is, oi, all the way up in where? Ah, that's way north of where we are. Oh, we'll take a trip up there. Ah, I can't buy it online. That's right. Got to visit. Alrighty, let's see what just a base Scania runs. So it's 90 grand just for base. 91. Ooh. Well, guys, it doesn't look like we're getting a truck this go round. So with that said, we'll do a couple more runs and we'll buy us a Scania truck and get on the road with our own money. So until next time, guys, bye now.